Been official 7 years today since Patty died. Imagine that. Yep, it's July 1st, Saturday, 2017. I miss my baby girl every day. Nothing much is gonna be going on, so I don't know if I want to go to the park today just to see what it's like. I really don't know.
That show a woman named Anna and her husband had purchased the home in December of 1972. Anna passed away in the home in June of 1989. I believe it's possible that if we start to connect the dots, we've got some real strong corroborating evidence.
Finding out about the Anna that passed away there, and the odds of capturing that EVP, saying that name, it freaked me out that it could be this woman, Anna, trying to communicate. But I can't. I was hoping if I fell asleep that I would just not wake up. I didn't want me to wake up for me not to be there. I'm smiling. I'm smiling no matter what. The sun was coming up. Against all the odds, David and Leia have survived one of the coldest nights of the year in one of the most inhospitable environments on Earth. We just thank God for watching over us. But when Leia goes to get up, there's a shock for both of them. Oh.
At some point, the youngest of the group came back up into the loft, and he handcuffed himself to me again, and I just sat quietly and didn't say anything, just hoping that he was not there to assault me again, because he was probably the most brutal. I finally just said, "Where is everyone?" And he said they had gone to find a vehicle and to find a ride. And so, to me, that meant they were continuing to keep me, and it had been about 13 or 14 hours at this point. And I could tell that he was still very intoxicated on drugs. His eyes were rolling around in his head, and he started to make some noises like he was snoring. I looked at the cuffs.
Tyler's naturally nosy, so it didn't take him long to start going through Mary's things. Hey, put that back.
I just want to take a look. It was just an old cigar box full of old papers and photos. I was just trying to pass the time.
He pulls out what looks like a journal.
Oh my God. You have to look at this.
I planned the trip. This is my doing. And I was feeling an urgency to get out now. The pleasure of the canyon was gone.
It's called.
Ben doesn't want to scare his friends. He decides they should press on. Once we got to the point where I knew we had to get out, down canyon to me was the only option. Because looking at the walls of the canyon, they were straight up. Okay,
Let's just keep going a little longer. Come on.
But 20 feet above the canyon floor, Jason is already struggling.
I was just trying to hold my place, and my legs were burning. I was exhausted.
The men are washed up on the side of the island that fishing boats never visit. Their tour group won't look for them here.
They're not gonna come this way. They're not gonna look for us. It's like somebody just pulled the bottom out from under you.
La única manera de salir de aquí si nosotros hacemos algo respecto a lo que hacemos. What's he saying? He said the only way we're going to get out of here is if we do something ourselves.
The guys decide to make a break for it. With no fuel for the boat's engine, they'll have to row to the mainland. But it's a 20-mile journey across open seas.
It was an unbearable hot day, probably close to 100, but it felt good to be doing something. We actually thought we could make it.
With his raft now useless, he has no way out of the canyon. His only option is to turn it back upright. But with the raft weighing 2,000 pounds, that's going to take all his ingenuity.
I wasn't going to be able to just get underneath the raft and push it up and over. I realized that the only way of raising the raft was going to be to use a pulley rope configuration.
But to rig the pulley, he's going to have to go under.
I've seen the shadow entity. I set up 3 cameras upstairs trained on that bar because that's where the shadow entity was seen the most. When I turned my head, I saw a 6-foot-tall, solid black silhouette of a man walk behind that bar. So I brought up my camera. I set the camera to shoot continuously and just pushed the button down. I took 16-20 shots, and in one shot, there was the shadow entity walking down those stairs.
My reaction to Steven's picture of the shadow was amazing to me.
There were so many emotions going through my body. A lot of fear, a lot of terror. For the first time in my life, I saw a full-body apparition.
When we purchased the Brentwood restaurant, it just really never crossed our mind that there was something.
Again, it's July 1st. I'm gonna go to the mall a while from now. An ocean on me. I'm gonna put it in my bag when I go to work on Monday. And then I can go straight into the bathroom, rub it all down before I punch out and head off to the park. I think they open by like 12:30 anyway. I did on last year. I want to get those sweet potatoes, the loaded sweet potatoes I'm eating there.
You should try these. These are really good. I don't even know what it's like. I will teach you everything you know.
God, I love that donkey.
Diving card certification. You took that whole class.
Okay.
He's a happy man.
This is Mexico, okay?
He's a happy boy.
You're gonna be in a cage, you're only down 5 meters, totally safe. Exactly. It's like you're going to the zoo, except you're in the cage. Yeah, and underwater.
One sounds amazing. Please. I don't know. So you could just think of the photos. They won't be the type of photos that are boring.
You got a good point. Think of the photos. Think of the photos.
Okay.
All right.
I can see clearly now that
Good.
he is my #1 boyfriend.
Me too.
Yeah?
Yeah. Not here, Keith. Javier! I'm gonna come back, okay? Which way did I come from? Kate? Uh-oh. Kate, can you hear me? Hello? Kate? Kate, please answer me. I'm really lost and I'm freaking out right now. Oh my God. Stay calm. Stay calm. Make a decision. Kate!
Pull your thumb out, get down here and admit your patient. Kill another gram of Suboxetine or your liquid diet. Call me in a half an hour if someone from Cage doesn't get down here. No. Call me.
Exactly what do you want me to subject myself to?
Oh,
Heavy, John?
things are a little tense.
Can you imagine?
So I'll see you later.
Queen Elizabeth wants me to meet her boy.
Have you got room for household efficiency? Like for over there?
Because we are compatible.
Who, you and Prince Charles?
He likes coffee, and so do I.
I can make you drink.
It's mine, honey.
Abby, MBA with PSI rolling up.
Coming.
And you stay away from him.
I promise.
There's an apartment listed in that building.
What building?
The one in Echo Park. 2 bedrooms, big closets, wood floors.
You went there?
Yeah, I called the manager. She only had 2 people interested.
Are you seriously considering it?
I thought you...
Okay. Again, wherever I work, it could be a part-time in retail until I find like a thing what messages from the grave chapter that psychic said, okay? So, I could be in retail and then I could have my phone in the locker again. Okay? And I have a boring life, but... Wow, I'm finding myself hungry again, which is weird. I should actually get ready for bed. I did take my pills, so yeah. I should just finish getting ready. Oh, someone is alive. I'm a little bored sitting here, to be honest with you. Maybe sleep is more entertaining because my dreams are really weird. So, donkey night night.
All still. I continue to stare at the doll, though, because I was far too afraid to let my guard down for even a second. Then the worst of it happened. While I'm staring at this evil-looking doll, I swear I see both eyes blink, not once, but twice. Anyway, after I saw that, I broke out of my frozen trance and bolted out of the room, crying. I met my grandparents near their room, trying to explain to them in my panic what had exactly happened. I don't remember much of what happened after that. All I do know is that I begged and pleaded for my grandparents to dispose of it. At first they were irritated and didn't want to, but I guess they realized I just wouldn't let up. My last glance at the doll was when my grandfather was carrying it to the garage. The thing's once blue eyes seemed to have changed to a shallow shade